Super Mario Richard Ficini on right now. He's here from Detroit, and he's picked up a bunch of clients pretty quickly.
We're going to take our first success story, Super Mario.
I just interviewed him last week.
And you like him,
He's
don't you?
He's a fine young man.
Exactly.
He is.
So I'm here with the awesome John Asraf.
Hello, my name is Tim Yao. I'm from Yaozio. I do search engine optimization. I came to Mario's event talking about multiplication by subtraction, talking great tips on time management, and I got so much out of it. I got all kinds of good ideas, not just about time management, but about marketing and different things that I could do for my businesses.
Hey everybody, I'm Nikki with photography, and I just met Mario this weekend. He's an amazing guy, super helpful, brilliant, intelligent, and he just is warm and fuzzy, really approachable and easy to talk to. So definitely check him out, and check out his photo, because he gave me his business card, and seriously, looks like a big baller on his business card. I told him that he looks like, he doesn't just own a casino, but he may own Vegas, so... Great guy. Check him out. Thanks, Miles, for your help.
Hi, my name is Lori Henson. I am the published author of Taking My Hands Out of My Pocket. 4 months ago, less than 4 months ago, I started this journey, and I went from having an idea and a possibility to actually getting my book published in 14 weeks. And I'm so thankful to Mario and IWD Now Marketing for walking with me on this journey. It's been phenomenal, and I really appreciate the support that I received, and just everything has been phenomenal, and I thank them very much. Thank you, Mario. Thank you, IWD Now Marketing.
Well, here we are. Welcome to the Expert Authority Effect Mario Ficini Show. I am your host, Mario Ficini, and tonight we're going to be talking about automate. How would you like to spend more time with your friends and family and not have to do all those tedious tasks that you think you currently have to do? Let's do a sound check. Let's do an audio check. I'm going to take a quick drink, but let me know in the comments below where you're calling from and how the video looks and how the audio sounds. All right, we got more people joining, and this is fantastic. So I have this going on. I have my laptop over here, and I'm checking the feed as if I was watching it from my phone, and I should actually cue this up also. So, automation, how can it work for you? Well, in my book, The Expert Authority Effect, I talk about this. It is step 6 in the process. And automation to me is more about doing what you want with your time. Okay? We all have businesses. We all want to serve our clients. But does that mean you have to be killing yourself 20 hours a day? Let me know. Comment in the chat below. Let me know if you enjoy working 20 hours a day, if you are, or if you'd rather have leverage. Also, let me know what do you currently have for leverage? Bernard, welcome. Bernard says, looks and sounds good. I appreciate that. So Bernard, feel free to let everyone know what you do. And you know what? Let's do this. Let everyone not only know what you do, but feel free to share your link because this is a milestone for me. I'm doing a new format, and this is to your benefit. So thank you for participating. And for everyone else watching, you better be commenting because this is going to be awesome. So if you have a business, put it in the comments below, and I'm going to show you some cool stuff right here. So I showed the comment, I took a drink, and now I'm waiting for people. Okay, just talking out loud here. This, there's also like 4 or 5 lights going on. Who here has ever done a live cast? It's one of the funnest things you'll do, and there's a lot that you can do with it to leverage your time. And this is also another way to automate. And you may be thinking, pray tell, Mario. Oh, let's cue this up too. Automate. There we go. You might be saying, well, how are you automating this? Because you're live right now. Yes, I'm live for you right now. Thank you. And you get the benefit of it. But I'll tell you a little secret. When you go live, you can reuse the video. That's what I've been talking about for a while. One of the things I started doing a couple weeks ago was doing these on, I'd say daily, 3 times a week. And so today, talk about automate. Guess what I'm doing tomorrow morning? You might just get an email that says automate, and there's a link to it. So that's a way to leverage it. It was shared on LinkedIn. It was shared on Facebook. You can take the video. You could take this and turn it into a training and have people pay for it. From your Facebook page, from your business Facebook page, there is actually, when you go live, it gives you the biggest reach possible for traffic. And then there's a little button that says create new post. And you can schedule them. So after I do this, I can very easily go over there and go click, click, click. And in about 3 or 4 minutes, have everything queued up. So tomorrow it's basically syndicating it and replaying it, like a show. If the show comes out tonight, what day is it? So if the show comes out tonight at 9:30 Eastern, guess what? You can watch it on demand. You can watch it from your phone. Look it. It's from the phone. Oh, can you see that? Come on. Here we go. Cancel. So you can watch it from your mobile device. You can watch it from your tablet. You can watch it all that. But what do they do? Why do you think shows like to have so many episodes and get to the 100 mark? Because then it will get picked up and get syndicated, and then you'll get the royalties from it ongoing. But for business purposes, here's the deal. You do it one time and you get all this extra leverage. So yeah, you do 30 minutes now, you can automate the rest. So here we go. Bernard says, libertypromanagement.com, creative and collaborative management of commercial and investment property. All right, let's cue this up. Need to automate target marketing, lead gen, pre-screen conversation, then automate industry-specific drip campaigns. Bernard, that sounds fantastic. When are you going to do it? Is it something on your agenda for this week, next week, this month? And we got more callers. Welcome. Leave a comment in the chat below. We're going to be queuing up stuff, and I'm just going to show you why I wanted to do this. Bernard, sincerely, thank you, because I have spent a couple of hours testing all this out, and I needed someone to participate to make it work. So here we go. Next 10 days. That's awesome. Bernard says next 10 days. That's always good to have a goal and a timeline of when you want to do it. Let me ask you, why the next 10? Why not 2 weeks? Is it something you want to do before Thanksgiving, or is it you have a show coming up or something? So here's the deal. Liberty Pro Management. We're going to take this, and if you see my screen here, here's what I need to do. Okay, so this is why I have the laptop right off to the side over here. Full transparency. Because I have to go here, click that. Bernard clicks, and now I end up covering up all of this, and I'll show you why I can't do that. Okay, so I can't see me right now. I can't see me right now. But check this out. We're going to go solo. Whoa, bingo. Now, if you can comment, can you see my screen? I cannot see me or what's going on or how the broadcast is looking, but I know, actually I can in a very small preview over here, but you should be able to see my screen. So here it is, it's scrolling. If you can comment, like, just do something to interact so I know you can still see it. Very nice. Burton Bishop. Yep. Okay, good, good, good. Hey, Ash, how's it going? So, Bernard, it looks like, is this the site you gave me before, or is this a completely new one? Do elaborate, please, about. Looks pretty nice. We could do this. There, I see something that we could do to enhance it. Downloads, service for tenants. Let's see what this looks like. Very cool. Is that a sign proof or is this a booklet? I think there's a video here. Services. I see my website on your screen. Yes, Bernard. This is one of the big reveals I'm doing. I'm enhancing the show, basically. So now, do you remember last year when I was going, okay, let's take a look at your Facebook, let's look at your website, your LinkedIn profile, and all this? Well, I was looking at it and giving people, hey, let's do this. You know, here's an idea. I want to give value. You know, that's what I'm about. So I have some special softwares on here, and there's already something I can tell you that you will definitely want to do. And thank you for sharing it, because that's why I wanted to do this. Not functioning. I think that was for the, that was something temporal in the hands of a web designer now. Okay. Hey, you're making progress with it. So is this the same site or a different one? Because I feel like it's a different one. Either way, it looks pretty sharp. Contact us. So everyone watching this, this is a great way. Check out this great video. Properties. Let's everyone say congrats to Bernard, because he is making progress with this and it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. So if you're open to it, I did find a couple of things. You obviously know about the flyer, but if you're open to it, I'll be glad to share what I found that most people overlook. And it's real easy to tell with websites, because I have a little special software that decodes this thing even right now, and you can actually see it. Yep, you can see the top of the browser. Now, if I were to do this, it would hide it. But there's really nothing to hide. It's just all common knowledge if you're in the know. It's one of the buttons up here. It's not lit up, and it should be. It should be very, very lit up. Different, some Facebook pixel tracking. There we go, Ash. We're going to queue that up. Way to go, Ash. You found it. Hey, Ash, were you looking at the pixel helper and you noticed it also? Ash is very intelligent. She is a friend and client from Australia, and she's very knowledgeable and also a #1 best-selling author. And it's great to have you here. How have you been? And for everyone watching, always ask permission. Bernard says, I'm open. And these should be queuing up. I still can't see it. I have to switch this back. But congrats to Bernard. And if you have a link, website, Facebook, this is awesome. And this is why I'm doing it. So I'm here to help you. and talking about the automation. I'm going to cue it back because I feel like I'm talking to the wall, but that's fine because I've practiced. So we're going to click this and go there. But I need to, there we go. Now I have it on the big screen on the faster setup. Sure was, great tool. There you go, a little secret decoder ring. See, if you know how to decode it, it still helps to have the ring, but you still need to decode it. Ash says, I've been great, thanks. I'm really happy to hear that. It looks like everything's been going well for you. How's Dad? So, Bernard, on the thing Ash mentioned and I wanted to tell you about is the Facebook Pixel Helper. This is another way to automate. So on your website, when people land there, you can track them. So instead of just going, I have this cool looking site, how else, again, are you leveraging it? Same thing with the video. When you have it on Facebook and people are clicking and sharing and they're doing all these different things, you know, how much are you possibly leveraging it? And it just astonishes me because some people say, well, I haven't done it because it costs so much. I heard someone say that on a recording of something I was listening to, and I'm just shocked because they are as knowledgeable as they should be. I'll leave it at that. They're very high level friend of mine, and they should know better. Because some people say, if you're doing a live event, Facebook Live, in person, like last week, I was speaking to a group of people. It was phenomenal. And I didn't have a chance to broadcast it live, but that's fine because maybe I'll sell the replay. I have the footage in one of my business bags or cases over here. I recorded it with the normal, where's the camera? Oh, it's over there. It's across the room. But always, 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 always put it in the chat. What do you think I'm going to say? What do you think I'm going to tell you to do? Always, always, always. It's 4 words. 4 words. I'm going to tease you. There we go. This is pretty sweet. Real time on the fly. Oh. Those are supposed to be lines. Don't pay attention to the 334 Morse code crap. I was just trying to make a line. The first one is actually 2. Can I edit that? All right. Let's do some Mad Libs here. I'll copy and paste it. Always, and I'll give you the right ones this time. I didn't think it was going to do that. I can hardly see it. Oh. One. There we go. That should be correct. Is this the new one? Look at that. Click of a button. Yeah, that's correct. That is correct. So always, 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 always. All right, let's get the comments coming in here. I know there's a slight lag, but you should know. Ash, you should definitely know the answer. And we got more people watching from over here. And more people joining us. If you're joining me, if you're just joining me, we are talking about automation, and the one thing you should always do if you're live on Facebook, if you're in person, maybe not a private conversation, but especially at a live event. I was going to say, all right, raise your hands. Who in here, I actually feel like you're right here with me. And normally I'd say, okay, who in here has ever done a live video or spoke publicly? If you're not for your business, you really should. But here's the deal. You should always, hey, Emily, how's it going? Started saying this years ago for a few reasons. One, it's true. Hey, Jenna, how are you? Do it on video. If you don't have a production crew, create one. Hey, Jenna, excellent guess. Excellent guess. Yeah, here's the original, the spacing and everything. That's actually a very, very good guess. But here's the deal. When it's on video, you can leverage it. You can use the audio, you can use the video, you can cut it into things. Comment below if you saw the intro reel, sizzle reel, demo reel, whatever you want to call it, my introduction. Were you here for that part? Because I took, I don't even know how many different clips. Hi. You take different clips of different things and you can redo stuff with it. It's like a transformer and or a Rubik's Cube. What is all the great stuff you have? I know for a fact you are overlooking it because I do this daily, professionally, full time. It's the only thing I've done since 2008. And I recently went back and go, I wonder what I'm overlooking. It was a lot, like a lot. So if you look at different things, you'll notice I've been doing a little bit more and a little bit more, but it's still like there's so much that can be done. Have you ever got a customer testimonial? How, a way to automate those. You can take one testimonial and share it once a week. Okay? When you have two, now you can do 2 a week. I always tell my clients to get at least 5 to 10 to start. When you get over 7, that's 1 a day. 14 is 2 a day. 21 is 3 a day. Noon, 3 p.m., 6 p.m. Regardless of the time zone you're in. And check your own numbers. People always say, well, what about this? What about that? What's the best time to send an email? Oh, okay. Well, let's play that game then. Well, if you send an email on Monday at 9 in the morning, you're going to struggle the rest of your life. But here's the deal. Okay, don't tell anyone. If you send the email at 9:14 on a Tuesday, you'll be a millionaire this week. Where do you think that, that's the end-all be-all? Yeah, there's better times, but here's the deal. When you have a fan page, Facebook tells you the insights. I remember hearing years ago when I started email marketing, and I was thinking the same thing. I might be making fun of it now a little bit, but, we all have the thoughts. What's the best time? If I send out this email, it's going to change everything. It's going to help. But let's not kid yourself. It takes more than that. But the training thing, or the blog or whatever I was reading from the provider, and I'm not going to mention them because I don't suggest them, but it was the first one I had. Fair enough. It said the best time to send an email is Tuesday at 5:15 in the morning, based on all their analytics and their whole system. And I know you've heard of them if I were to tell you who it is. Hey, Rolf, how's it going? So for the email, it's at 5:15 on a Tuesday. I was like, that's kind of early. Because even if you wake up at 5, I do not advocate checking your phone within the first 10 minutes. I was like, what if they wake up at 4? What if they wake up at 6? I go, I'll try it. I sent it at 5:15 per the recommendation. And guess what? No one opened it till 6:45. Does that mean they were wrong? Does that mean they were bad? No. It just means when you analyze 10,000 businesses and average out every single industry, medical along with lawn maintenance, there's going to be variances. You need to know your numbers. You can't just guess. They're a guideline, but marketing is nothing more than a test. But, you know, it's like riding a bike. You can get help and suggestions, and someone can help you along the way with it. But ultimately, you need to pedal. So then I go, okay, 6:45. Well, I tried again. Then it was like 6:50, and I go, interesting. So after a couple of times, because I looked at the stats for my own numbers and my own audience, hey, Angela, how's it going? I saw what was going on, and certain people were opening it at certain times, and it was very rare. Maybe there was one outlier, 6:33, 6:35 or something. But the point was, I knew what my audience wanted. And then you just keep doing it. This once a month crap is exactly that. Join our email newsletter. Like, no one cares. No one cares. You got to give good, actionable stuff and do it way more than once a month. Maybe 15 years ago, once a month was the de facto standard, and everyone just parroted that information and off, going, yes, join our newsletter. If I have a website and a newsletter, everything will be hunky-dory. No, you need to figure it out in the, your frequency. How aggressive can you be? Once a month is probably not enough. I bumped it from once a month to every 2 weeks. And it still wasn't a month. Then I went to once a week, and recently I started doing it every other day. I might go to every day, not Sundays. I've done Saturday. It just depends. But if you know your audience and what they want, there's some people, I love when they send emails. It's so good. And there's other people, I can't stand when they send it. And I don't care. I notice I didn't even mention the frequency. If you have an audience that loves what you do, which you should, they'll want more. If you have an audience who doesn't, they're probably not the right fit. And if they're the 1%, and I will tell you it's about 1.5%, because I used to think the same thing. What if they unsubscribe? Good. It's about 1.5% out of 100 based on my experience and my statistics. So it's not even 2. But let's just round up and be conservative. What about the other 98? What if you could get in front of them 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times more? Twice a week is 8 times a month. That's not even a lot. There's people that are way more aggressive than that. And people still are on their list. That's kind of how I took it. So, automate. We got email. What else do we have? Let me catch up with the comments and take a sip. Let me know where you're calling from. Let me know what your business is and how you are using automation. Oh, we need music. Spent so much time on the lights and getting the screen switcher thing working. Forgot to cue up the tunes. We'll do that too. Oh, but I found Bubba-Doo. He'll be on the next episode. He's our mascot. Livecast. See, automate. Took a little bit to build up, but now I go click, click, and have a whole thing ready to go.
Listen, I'm going to give you two boys a chance.
We're going to make sure it's tough for you. Right.
There we go. Royalty free, baby. Royalty free. So when you do your show, make sure that there's you're not using copyrighted stuff. Facebook potentially could slap you. It hasn't been as aggressive as last year, but you still don't want to run the risk. I actually encourage you, make your own music. Play sax, play piano, play drums, play flute, play something. Music is awesome. So automation. What else can you do? Email, website. You know, I'm excited that right now what I have going is showing off. We took a look at Bernard's site. it looks fantastic. Something he can do to automate is with the Facebook Pixel. If you're not familiar with that, Ash brought it up because she's intelligent and brings up a good point. When you go to a website, here's the deal. You are taking every ounce of your best. This is why it's so hard for me to comprehend why you want to make your life hard. Some people, not you because you're sharp, you're listening to this and you're going to apply. Some people go on a hamster wheel 58 hours a week, but never take 10 minutes to do something that's going to give them a ton of leverage. If you're taking the time, energy, and money to get someone to your site, to your Facebook page, to your LinkedIn page, any single property, why wouldn't you put in place a method that can collect all of them and put them into a system? That would be a great picture. So we have all the crap up here. We bring it together and drop them into one part that goes into an automated system that leverages life for you and qualifies leads. Or it also eliminates the overwhelm. Who here has felt like there's a lot of stuff to deal with online? This is one of the easiest things you can do. Get a profile picture. Get a bio. And do it the right way. Most of them are wrong. You should be able to have it. So Facebook, I think, is 100 characters. And LinkedIn, you might have 120. Twitter was 140. And that's kind of a challenge to get a message out. Even on here. I was testing out the words last week on here. It needs to be punchy. You have 7 seconds to capture someone's attention. And if that's the first, think about that. Like I was saying, you spend all the time, energy, and money to capture their attention. Why wouldn't you want to turn it into as long as you possibly can so you can possibly have the benefit of helping them? They can have the benefit of you helping them. If it's a one shot, you're probably never going to see it. I mean, next year, that was always funny to me. Meeting people in person. Oh, it's so great to see you. I appreciated that. Oh, I'll give you a call. And then they never did. And then, the next year's Christmas party. Oh, I've been meaning to call you. It's like a freaking broken record. If you're going to repeat something, do it once on video and turn it into a book and other things and have it work for you. Don't keep you physically doing it. Do it once, do it the right way. That's what Dad always told. If you want something done right, do it right the first time. So that way you don't have to go back and do it again. So, the pixels, they're probably the coolest thing in the world because there are times when people go, what was your email open rate? What was your click-through rate? What was your blah, blah, blah rate? Sometimes I don't even care because I know 187 people open the email one day within about 35 minutes. Then the next day there was another 50, and then day 3 there's 20, 30, 40.
Progress is an unstoppable force. Brace yourself for the
So that's another thing. I actually kind of told you it. You can pixel emails also. You can pixel websites. You can pixel anything. You can put tracking code on. And then you have individual things, and then all of this goes to work for you to sort out the nonsense. My presentation last week in person, I was asking people if I gave you 100 new leads, what would you do? There was about 4 people. 4 people actually rose their hand. Half the room was like, and the other half was like, So that, in one of the people does funnels. And it was awesome because he totally caught on to what I was talking about, and I gave him some good ideas, which is why I was there. But the thing is, there wasn't a lot of people actually doing it. There's a lot of people that hear about it, even with this live cast thing. So I wrote this back in 2012. It's been 5 years. Not much has changed. 95% of this is the same I've always said. The only difference is this is live. So, as far as what do you use for a microphone, how do you structure it, how do you have the lighting, what do you do for your costume, what do you do for the audio, what do you do for all of this, it's actually just Hollywood and photography stuff I picked up when I was modeling and studying. As far as video marketing for business owners, talk about what you talk about in person on video. End story. It's not rocket surgery. I keep joking with people. Whoa, what was that? Keep joking with people that, at some point we're going to be using holograms to market. And guess what? It'll be a form of video because you have a projector with a mirror, the light goes through. Actually, you have the mirror, you have the projector, and you do it on a piece of glass because it's clear. That's how you create the hologram. Now you could get, if you want to know about lasers, talk to my friend Bill. He has like 9,000 patents. Bill, if you see this, kudos. I actually was thinking of you at the Kid Rock concert because I saw all the lasers like in the big auditorium, Coliseum of 20,000 people, and I was like, holy crap, you create stuff. And I also wanted to know, did you have anything to do with Little Caesars Arena, the new one in Detroit? Because it kind of looked like some of their stuff. And these babies were projecting. I don't know how big the place is, but it looked like it should be a military ship or something. Really powerful. Totally awesome. But the point is, the principle is the same as a laser pointer at the core. It's just how you apply it. That's it. Same thing with video. A lot of people still think you need to be on this baby to go live, and that's not the case. And
you're a life of unpredictable symptoms.
The point is just do it. Don't think it has to be perfect. I've done hundreds of these. That's why I go, what can I do to up my game? Let's get a little fancier. The reason I was doing this, the last one, if you look at the microphone and the colors here, it wasn't ideal. Still gave value. You can still run with it, but it bothered me a little bit from a video production standpoint. Then I was testing this out. There's something else I want to test out. But don't get caught up in it. You can do it later, but get your first dozen done. My original package I had for people, I said we'll do 10 videos. Hey, Andrea, how's it going?
If you are allergic to any of its ingredients.
The original package was for 10 videos.
A mission can start with Stellara. Talk to your doctor today.
Set up the same lights, shoot stuff, come in, edited it. Everything you saw today, you can do very easily. And we were doing it for companies. And it was cool. But the thing is, we still had to come up with headlines. I should add those in there. I have hundreds of videos on Vimeo, but you can't see them because they're protected. But it's cool to look. One of my clients in Arizona, he had like 30 of them. But they're all done the same way. They're not hodgepodge. So, give you a few more ideas on how you can automate. We talked about video. We talked about websites. Use Facebook pixels. You're also going to be using retargeting. Emails. Everyone knows you can leverage emails and schedule them out. You can also do the same thing with Facebook posts. Okay? Automation is probably one of the biggest levers you can put into your business. The last thing is follow-up. So what's the point of doing all of this? What's the point of doing all of this if you're not going to follow up with people? Most people meet in person, exchange business cards, and this is the sales funnel. I did it. There's nothing wrong with it. Still do it on select occasion. Meet in person. Here's your business card. Let's grab coffee. Then you both talk about each, what do you do? What do you do? And then maybe there's a fit. And you've not really gotten anywhere. And there's going to be at least another meeting. Seems like a lot of steps in time. If you're at an event, connect with people. If they are a high-level person, unless they bring it up, I would not suggest, yes, we need to get lunch, we need to get dinner, because the instant people say this to me, I'm thinking, because I have nothing else to do with my life, and I just have so much time lying around. Yes, let's spend at least half-hour drive to an hour, another half-hour drive to an hour, back, get ready, prepare, and I've never gone to a lunch or anything where it's only 30 minutes. So it's about easily 2 hours, easily 3 hours, and the end result could be, hey, sounds great, we should talk further. You can also have a 30-minute phone call and actually just jump to it and see if it's a good fit, and then perhaps go to the next one. Just saying. Now you can also apply automation. You might not even say let's schedule a phone call, because you go, once you change this and you realize how ineffective and inefficient it is, with no automation whatsoever, everything relies on you. If you don't have, we're going to type that in. If you don't have a system, you are If you don't have a system, you are a system. And you're going to break down. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. When you're sleeping, at the very least, you can't be talking. Maybe you're talking in your sleep. That's your own prerogative. But you get what I'm saying. If you're sleeping, if you're in the shower, if you're with family, if you're eating, there's a lot of time in the day you can be doing anything else in the world. And think about the last 10 people you talked with or met with. You probably repeated 90% of the same stuff. You need to turn that into marketing assets and so if you get someone's card, hey, great talking with you. Maybe you have something free they can get info on. And maybe there's a video that is going to say the same stuff you're going to in person that they can watch. Now, this does two things. If you don't have a system, you are a system. And I wasn't feeling good. I didn't want to do anything but sleep. And there's still people that wanted to meet with me. Thank God I had stuff set up where it said, hey, I'm not available right now. We can talk next week, but in the meantime, Whoa Bingo, videos, name it. All kinds of stuff. I've always been curious, how much content is there on you in your business? Do you have enough that you could get syndicated? Ooh, let's add that, that's good. Are you a syndicated show? Do you have enough content that you could... Oh, it's right there. It's on the screen. Do you have enough content that you could get syndication? Are you a one-trick pony and the only thing you can do is say, let's schedule another coffee meeting? And then you repeat yourself. I hope to God you at least have like something in paper you can hand them, but why isn't it a downloadable PDF? That takes about 30 seconds to do on a slow machine. Maybe another 30 seconds to upload it and another 30 seconds to promote it. Hey, here's the thing that, I don't need to print off anymore because it's available. It's another way to automate it. Maybe put it in the email drip sequence. Here's my favorite part. I'll leave you with this. The follow-up. Positioning and qualification. I had the funnest time last week. I look forward to going back. I was sharing with a room of entrepreneurs. It's what I do. It's fun. I love it. And they were taking notes, as they should be. and we were talking about the same stuff. I went through what I did is I went through all 7 steps in the presentation for about 45 minutes, maybe an hour with questions and stuff. Right now we're covering step 6. We're going to finish up with step 7. I've been doing this over, one a night over the last couple week and a half. And this is one of the funnest things. You go to the follow-up, but how are you doing it? Is it all dependent on you? Do you have any leverage whatsoever? Do you have any authority, positioning, and qualification? See, it's really hard to say, look at me, here's what I did. Did you know I did this? You look like a prick. No one wants to hear it. But when you have an intro video, you can hit play, and it's totally cool and expected. It's real hard to say, I'm not even going to say it. It's so against my nature to be like, look at me, here's all the great things I've done. There's no muscle memory. So when you're saying, yes, look at me, I've done this, this, and this, it's like, great, here's another one. But when you have it all pre-metered out, it says things. They're not bad things. The back of this, where's the photo? There is none, because these are all testimonials of people that are happy and got results with my training. The entire back cover. And there's only 3 of them on here. This wasn't, I enjoyed the work. I had to put the bio stuff on the inner case jacket. If you're doing a book, give hardcover a shot. You actually have more room to work with, and it's a lot of fun. But here's the deal. You can have all of this content control. This is ultimate leverage. You're also getting branding. You're actually getting publicity. It has so much. It's so fun to do because all of these are intertwined, and pretty much any step relates to the others. This isn't a single use automation. That's all you get the benefit of an automated email. No. It's so much more than that. It actually looks like you have your stuff together. So while I was talking and people were taking notes, hey, how's it going? I see some more people just joining. Feel free to leave a comment. Let me know what business you're in and what your business is. So we were talking, and I was like, well, do you have this? Do you have this? Do you know your customer acquisition costs? We're just talking. Because I wanted them to have actionable stuff they could use that day. So I was asking them questions, and I go, have you ever thought about it? There's like 2 people, and one guy was, who is it? He was with Brian Tracy's organization, and they help with the advertising, promotion, and all the internal. It was a franchise. Focal point. And he had great training, excited for what they're going to be doing soon. And he knew about the retargeting and all that, and so did the guy who does it. But everyone else was like, what's all this? And everyone else had good businesses. I go, okay, what about you, ma'am? Have you ever considered this? She's like, no, I didn't even hear about it. I go, what's your biggest problem? She's like, going to all these things, with my family and kids, and, I want to grow my business, but it's just so time consuming. I go, great. How many are you going on a week? Just numbers. It's why I keep this next to me. A calculotron. You can look at all the fancy stuff, all that, but you know what? You just need a good old calculator. I grab that faster than my phone. Okay, what is it? You're going on 10 appointments a week. Boom. Here's the numbers. You're spending 20, 30 hours a week more than you need to. But not only was it time consuming, she goes, I go, are you getting clients out of it? She's like, not really. I go, why don't you have a qualification process? How about they have to qualify to get your time? I'm not talking sales. I'm not talking your training. I'm not talking your service. There's no money down. It's just to talk with you. And I heard her say, oh my gosh, that's great. And she was looking down as she wrote it, and I was like, that's fantastic. That's the only takeaway she got. It would change her business. I know what it did for mine. Hey, Tony, how's it going? So that's the deal. It's not just the follow-up. It's not only automated. It positions you as the go-to expert in authority, and you qualify. So now when you do meet with people, you're excited and you can give your best to your clients. Not every Joe Bob random. So I will leave you on that. I'm going to go to the 60-second shot clock. If you got some questions, get them in now. We're starting. You see it? Okay, we're starting. But put your questions in. I'll stick around, a couple minutes, but I gotta go. I wrapped up. But automate. How many different ways can you do it? Do you have abundance mentality? When I learned the principle of it, I wasn't like, okay, I want to apply it to one thing. I started looking around going, how else can I apply it? That's where the ultimate leverage comes in, when you start applying it and seeing it in unique, different ways. One of my favorite things to do for people is, I say, have you ever done anything on video? Have you ever considered publishing a book? Have you ever considered this, that, the other thing? They're like, no, not really. And, a doctor or dentist, I go, have you ever considered speaking? No. I mean, you would expect a coach or a lawyer or someone that's in, PR and marketing. Of course, they're going to be in the public eye. You expect it. But what if it was a restaurant owner? Do you own a restaurant? Do you own a real estate company? Find a profession that you wouldn't expect it, and there's no competition in it. Do a lunch and learn. Do a workshop or something. You want easy practice, start with one of these. So, I've enjoyed sharing with you. I'm excited to do the next one because I have another surprise in store. Join me, subscribe, hit the button where it says get notified, and I will see you on the next episode. Have a great night. God bless.